Hello and welcome to TRTV. Watch this broadcast from anywhere on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page.
In Air Force news, on September 18, 1947, the United States Air Force was established as a separate branch of the military. Here is a video from our new leadership.
As we celebrate the United States Air Force's 73rd birthday, thank you to all airmen, past and present, who protect this nation.
The heart and soul behind the Air Force's success is our airmen, enabled by current capabilities, grown from a legacy of innovation spanning more than 7 decades. Innovation sparked from the brilliant minds of our airmen, placing unimaginable capabilities into the hands of our warfighters.
Capabilities that were put in action around the globe this year. Airmen defend American interests from the deserts of Africa to the highlands of Afghanistan. Airmen train with allies across the Atlantic and partners throughout the Pacific.
Our almost 700,000 airmen could not have done this without the daily support from their families. They too have demonstrated strength and resiliency throughout the challenges we have faced this year.
Airmen continue to defend the nation, drive innovation, and improve lives. We celebrate the U.S. Air Force, and we look forward to what is yet to come.
In National Guard news, as we close out the fiscal year, let's take a look back at the impact the National Guard soldiers and airmen have had on our country. In local news, congratulations to Lieutenant Colonel Neil Dyson, who assumed command of the 106 Rescue Wing Maintenance Group from Colonel Weinberger, who is now the Wing Vice Commander. Lieutenant Colonel Dyson said that he was inspired by the team of the 106 Maintenance Group and is honored to continue to serve with them to maintain aircraft and prepare for the days they must get people in iron into the fight. Wing Commander Colonel Fitzgerald said Lieutenant Dyson is a key player with organizational knowledge and trusts he will meet high expectations.
Major Phaedra Musselman and Chief John Crolder, both of the 101st Rescue Squadron, took their final flights here in September. Musselman, an HH-60 Pave Hawk helicopter pilot, served for 23 years, and Crolder, a special missions operator, served for 35 years. Upon landing, they continued the tradition of being green-feeted, having their feet painted green and then stamping a ceiling tile to be placed in the Heritage Room at the 101st, and joining the green feet of those who stepped before them into wing history. Musselman is the first woman to have a green feet ceiling tile hung in her honor. We thank you, Major Musselman and Chief Crolder, for your dedicated service, and we wish you both good luck in retirement.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and as military family, it's everyone's responsibility to end and prevent domestic abuse. Let's now watch a video from our Sexual Assault Prevention Response Coordinator.
Sergeant, can I please speak with you privately about something that is bothering me?
Of course. I must make it clear, if what you are going to disclose is sexual assault in nature, then you should know I cannot keep our conversation private. What you tell me must be passed through our chain of command. Should you want privacy in any such issue, our SARC is your best advocate to speak to. Why don't I walk you over to speak to our SARC directly to get you the best help?
Our Adjutant General's top priority is soldier and airman safety. Sexual assault is something we cannot allow to damage our people. We must protect one another and create a culture of zero tolerance for such behavior, as well as creating a path to justice and wellness for members and their dependents who may be affected. The Sexual Assault Response Coordinator is the best trained person on base to handle such cases. It is important that members understand that sexual assault prevention and response program services are also available to their adult military dependents. It is also critical that members understand the difference between restricted or private and unrestricted or open reporting that will be shared with the chain of command and civilian law enforcement. Restricted or private reporting can only be received by the SARC, volunteer victim advocate, and healthcare provider or healthcare personnel. Please know that sharing information regarding sexual assault with other persons on base could likely be considered unrestricted reporting and therefore must be shared with the chain of command and civilian law enforcement. Only those select few trained professionals can receive a restricted private report from an individual. At any point, a victim can decide to change their report to unrestricted, but there is no option to begin unrestricted and later decide to make it private or restricted. You can have a private conversation with the SARC or victim's advocate and come to the realization you need to make this shareable and for it to be investigated. Or you can have the conversation and keep it private. Please direct any sexual assault questions you may have to our SARC or victim advocate using the contact information shown here.
Based on your feedback and to provide excellent customer service, during the October drill, the Finance and Military Personnel section will be operating under a walk-in basis while adhering to COVID-19 safety guidelines. Priority will be given to DSGs. Please check your email for details. October 30th marks the 29th anniversary of the loss of Technical Sergeant Arden Rick Smith, a pararescueman here who perished in the course of a rescue mission during the 1991 Halloween nor'easter known as the Perfect Storm. Tech Sergeant Smith's two daughters continue to serve with the 106th. May we honor and remember Tech Sergeant Smith by living out our motto, "These things we do, that others may live."
Hispanic Heritage Month celebration started in 1968 and is celebrated from September 15th to October 15th in recognition of our histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central and South America. We have had a profound and positive influence on our country through our strong commitment to family, faith, hard work, and service. We have enhanced and shaped our national character and society with centuries-old traditions that reflect the multicultural customs of our community. There are over 2 million Hispanic veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces, and that number is still growing today. The 106 Rescue Wing is celebrating this event today by honoring some of our very own.
On September 18th, the 106th Security Forces Squadron took part in an active shooter training exercise on base designed by the IG team to assess the unit's ability to respond to an active shooter. The safety of all members is crucial to mission readiness and success.
Over the September drill, the 102nd Rescue Squadron completed its first heavy equipment airdrop. Although the new HC-130J Combat King II can allow for an airdrop of up to 42,000 pounds, the squadron started with a 3,500-pound bundle and looks to increase the loads as training continues. The end objective is dropping heavy military equipment as needed to enhance our search and rescue capabilities.
You've heard people mention the 5-part OPSEC process, right? But if you're like most people, it probably just sounds like a long laundry list. Part 1, identify critical information. Part 2, analyze the threat. Part 3, analyze the vulnerabilities. Part 4, assess risk. And Part 5, apply countermeasures. You may not think that the critical information list means anything to you, but you need to. Because practicing OPSEC every day is one of the most important things you do. And if you don't, you're not only risking yourself and your own information, but putting your family, your friends, your coworkers, and your whole country in danger. You never know who you could be protecting.
from your Airman and Family Readiness Office from 0830 to 1030 by the No Hat, No Salute area alongside the grass. Members can pick a pumpkin, trick-or-treat bag, and bring home to their families while supplies last. There will also be a grab-and-go station with hot cider, pumpkin spice coffee, and muffins for our members.